We played Hillary Clinton earlier looking like a demented demon, an arrogant demon. Julian Assange responds to her lies against him. So she looked sick already, and then she actually gets sick and has to miss these interviews. But here's the thing, and this is, you're starting to see this with people like Harvey Weinstein and George Soros and Hillary Clinton and Maxine Waters and Nancy Pelosi, where they're physically manifesting how sick they are mentally. Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm your host for now, Owen Schroyer. We're joined by Roger Stone at 1:30 and then Jack Posobiec in the 4th hour. Folks, it just keeps getting better and better. Hillary Clinton fails to turn up for TV and radio appearances with Philip Schofield, Women's Hour, and Graham Norton after falling over and hurting her foot during London book tour. How about that? Remember when InfoWars told you that Hillary Clinton was sick and falling over, and they called us fake news? Oops, she fell over again. Oh, there's the famous video of Hillary Clinton. First, she's completely out, and they prop her up against a post. She can't even move under her own power, so they basically toss her into this medical security van like a sack of potatoes. That's right. There's the sickly dog, Hillary Clinton, being tossed into the medical van as all of her security detail tries to block anyone from seeing that, well, she was basically out cold. Who knows what happened that day? They tell you that she just had she was bothered by a flu. I'm sure it was the flu. Maybe Hillary needs an extra flu shot, folks. How about that? You think Hillary Clinton takes a flu shot? Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton failed to appear for interviews today. What happened? Former presidential hopeful is in Britain promoting her book. What happened? Women's Hour host said star guest was delayed, but then never turned up. Philip Schofield revealed she had stood this morning up after hurting her foot. Oh, boy. Who buys that? Tell me one person that buys that this is because of a foot. Now, maybe she had a brain aneurysm and fell and hurt her foot. Graham Norton BBC interview was also put on hold after accident in central London. And then here it is. It just gets richer and richer. Clinton last night dined at a restaurant with Huma Abedin. Folks, the Democrats are riddled with sexual predators. So you have Hillary Clinton, apparently the candidate for women, married to Bill Clinton, settled multiple rape cases, and while he was president, got caught cheating on Hillary Clinton with Monica Lewinsky, which we'll have news on that in a second. Then you have Huma Abedin, who's married to Anthony Weiner, who's going to prison for sexting with a minor. And that's probably just the tip of the spear with Weiner. And then, of course, there's Harvey Weinstein, Weinstein Gate, Harvey Weiner Gate, Harvey Weiner, Harvey Weinstein Gate. But just back to Hillary Clinton real quick, folks, because we played Hillary Clinton earlier looking like a demented demon, an arrogant demon. Julian Assange responds to her lies against him. So she looked sick already, and then she actually gets sick and has to miss these interviews. But here's the thing, and this is, you're starting to see this with people like Harvey Weinstein and George Soros and Hillary Clinton and Maxine Waters and Nancy Pelosi, where they're physically manifesting how sick they are mentally. So these studies are already out. Mental health and physical health go hand in hand to a certain extent. That's why people like Hillary Clinton and George Soros and Maxine Waters look like Emperor Palpatine. Okay? So their mental sickness, their mental depravity is starting to show itself in their physical appearance. So yeah, Hillary Clinton can go on TV looking like a demon straight from hell, lie about Julian Assange in her complete arrogance, just cold-hearted arrogance. Literally the most cold-hearted demon personified. And then what do you know? Who knows how longer it was after that interview? She can't even make her interviews. She can't even make her what happened book to her interviews, which begs the question, what happened to Hillary Clinton? She's sick as a dog, mentally and physically. I'm sorry, I shouldn't slander dogs like that. Okay, but now let's tie it all together with how sick the Democrat Party really is. And I'm not glorifying the Republican Party. It's nice to see we're taking over the Republican Party, and we'll probably save it. Senator Kamala Harris quiet on presidential run in Hamptons meeting. So she goes to the Hamptons. She's hanging out there with all these power brokers. Oh, but guess who was there? Harvey Weinstein. That's right. Kamala Harris making her bid to be president, looking at the big donors like Harvey Weinstein. Of course, Kamala Harris has had to come out and say she's going to be donating the money Harvey Weinstein gave to her political contributions. She's going to be donating that to charities. Kamala Harris is falling apart. They thought they had their candidate. They thought Kamala Harris could do it. And she's just as bad as Hillary, colluding with sexual predators like Harvey Weinstein and trying to slander Trump supporters by making up criminal charges against them. That got blown up. So Kamala Harris, another failed Democrat. Total failure, total loser, just awful, just the worst. Now here's a nice little ditty. We go back in time to August 22nd, 1998. President testified to late gifts to Lewinsky. So this is part of the time where Bill Clinton, he got caught, him and Monica Lewinsky, the story. But you go back and you look into this and you find out that there was a group of people from Hollywood that were funding, this is from the Washington Post, in 1998, they were funding Bill Clinton's legal defense team. Right in the face of Hillary, who's the one that got cheated on. And guess who was part of those donors to the Bill Clinton defense team? Harvey Weinstein. Imagine my shock that Harvey Weinstein would donate to the legal defense team of Bill Clinton. I wonder if Harvey's calling up old Bill right now, asking Bill to pay it forward. Bill, hey, remember what happened when you got accused? How about a little help my way, Bill? Let's go again. This is the sick Hillary Clinton lying about Julian Assange, and then obviously she's clearly sick in this video, ends up falling over and hurting her foot just a few days later, I can only assume, and she can't make her what happened interviews. Here was the last interview of Hillary Clinton looking like an absolute demon.
Assange has become a kind of nihilistic opportunist who does the bidding of a dictator.
Lots of people, including in Australia, think that Assange is a martyr for free speech and freedom of information. How would you describe him?
I mean, he's a tool of Russian intelligence, and if he's such a
no proof of that.
Martyr of free speech, why doesn't WikiLeaks ever publish anything coming out of Russia?
Isn't he just doing what journalists do, which is publish information?
Because Russia doesn't have a Hillary Clinton in its government.
I don't think so. I think, for number one, it's stolen information, and number two, if all you did was publish
it was leaked,
that would be one thing. But there was a concerted operation between WikiLeaks and Russia and most likely people in the United States to, as I say, weaponize that information.
People within the DNC. Yeah, weaponize the information. Hey, we've got this whole group of information, this whole litany of information here, and it's all real. We can't deny its context and its content, and they're weaponizing it against us. Oh my gosh, they found an email talking about how we like to have children in the pool for your pleasure, and they're weaponizing it against us. Can you believe this? Oh, but don't worry, folks. They're freaking out. Government lawyers ask judge to block release of Comey memos. Comey is lying through his teeth. Comey and the FBI were clearly colluding with Loretta Lynch and the Clintons in the tarmac meeting, and they're trying to hide the truth on that, and they're not getting away with that either. It's all coming out. These people are the swamp. This is the scum. This is the corrupt government. Hillary Clinton is at the top. And James Comey was colluding with all of them. That's why Trump fired him, and Comey perjured himself. But don't worry, we're going to get those memos. We're going to get the OWEN information. They're all going down. Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. We all remember when we lost our mind, right? We all remember when we took the first red pill. And most of us ended up at Infowars.com, and now Infowars has expanded to 10 hours of live broadcasts every day, and that's because of your support at InfoWarsStore.com, so we pay it forward by bringing you great specials. I've already talked about some of the specials today, but there's more, like 50% off Caveman. We've now got a strawberry flavor Caveman, in addition to the original chocolate flavor Caveman, the true paleo bone broth formula. Bone broth in there, chaga mushroom, bee pollen, things that you probably aren't getting in your regular diet, and it's all in the chocolate or strawberry Caveman true paleo bone broth formula. But now it's 50% off. That's 50% off right now at InfoWarsStore.com. This is a very popular product, and we're giving it to you 50% off. This is a great protein supplement as well, not just the bone broth, but also packed with protein. We're still running the Secret 12 special, 40% off. InfoWars Secret 12, that's a B12 supplement, an all-natural proprietary B12 formula. It's good for energy. It's good for all of the great products that are inside of it, including the methylcobalamin and the B12 that's just so important. And it's a 40% off discount right now. 4.8 star review at InfoWarsStore.com. 40% off Secret 12. And another 50% off special, the entire line of Emmerich's Essentials. That's an entire line of products, 50% off right now at InfoWarsStore.com. We try to fight back against the toxins in our environment and in the products by giving you products that don't have the toxins in them. You've got the outdoor pack with the sunscreen and the bug spray, two things that typically come riddled with toxins, especially the bug spray. And then you've got the entire line of the starter pack, 50% off right now. That includes the mouthwash, the shampoo, and the body wash. And then you've got the deodorant on there as well. And all of those products, 50% off right now at InfoWarsStore.com, as well as essential oils. A lot of people are really into essential oils. We've got a whole line of essential oils, the Emmerich's Essentials, right now at InfoWarsStore.com. That entire product line, 50% off. Get to InfoWarsStore.com. Take advantage of all these great products. Get rid of the toxic products in your house and fill your pantry, your cupboard, your closet with good products that aren't going to poison you and put toxins in your body. InfoWarsStore.com. Great specials running right now. Be sure to take advantage. Okay, so the Democrats are absolutely collapsing. Hillary Clinton is literally collapsing, literally falling over herself, missing interviews. This is something that dates back to even her presidential campaign. Can you imagine if she was president? This wicker woman who can literally collapse at any moment. I mean, who knows the real state of her health? I mean, she could be, one tick away from midnight, if you know what I'm saying. So she falls over again and misses her What's Happened book tour. Tom Fitton is doing great work over at Judicial Watch right now. He's pressuring the FBI to hand over the Comey memos, hand over all the information they have on OWEN, who was working for the Democrats. What's that? From Pakistan? Yes, you heard me right. Imran OWEN, who did IT work for the Democrats from Pakistan. Yeah, there's JudicialWatch.com. Judicial Watch forces FBI to admit to new Clinton Lynch tarmac documents. Well, I mean, if they were just talking about their grandkids, they've got nothing to hide. So I'm sure they'll release all of those documents to Judicial Watch, and they won't fight that tooth and nail because Lynch and Clinton have nothing to hide. They were just talking about grandkids. Yeah, right. Okay, but here's what they're doing to try to cover their tail because they're an absolute collapsing mess. I mean, seriously, folks, they are a structure fire. So they're trying to take all of the energy and momentum from the Harvey Weinstein gate and try to project that back onto Trump. It's going to fail miserably. It doesn't even matter what comes out. It doesn't matter what tapes that I think they're going to release. I do think they're going to release some other tapes. Won't matter. Will not matter. But here is the woman, Summer Zervos, coming out again now. Over a decade, she's been trying to do this with nothing, no ground to stand on. But here she is on CNN again talking about Trump touching her inappropriately.
I was standing in the entryway.
Exactly what we reported they would do, by the way.
And I saw Mr. Trump's clothes on the bed. I did not see him, but he greeted me with hello in a sing-song voice. It sounded like, hello. I thought the mistake had been made, and Mr. Trump thought he was speaking to someone he was more familiar with. I walked further into the living room, away from the bedroom, and sat down. I waited for about 15 minutes until Mr. Trump emerged. He had his suit on. I stood up.
I thought his suit was on the bed. Now he's wearing it.
Kissing me open-mouthed as he was pulling me towards him. I walked away and I sat down in a chair. He was on a love seat across from me, and I made an attempt at conversation. He then asked me to sit next to him. I complied. He then grabbed my shoulder and began kissing me again very aggressively and placed his hand on my breast. I pulled back and walked to another part of the room. He then walked up, grabbed my hand, and walked me into the bedroom.
Okay, so that's not gonna help their cause to try to bring Trump down. This isn't gonna help their cause to try to demonize Trump and lose his support. And no matter what other tapes or women they try to get to come forward on MSNBC or CNN, it's just not going to work, folks. And that's the key. So when they try to bring all this up and they try to bring all this out, the attempt is to, again, try to trick you into thinking you're losing, trick you into thinking that Trump's agenda is losing, and just, again, make you feel like you're being defeated. Even though we're having ultimate victories, Trump is not perfect. The American first agenda pushed into the White House by the Republic is what is key. And that's what we're winning with. So they can try to smear Trump as much as they want, and Trump is not perfect, but he is the one we put in the White House to represent America, no matter how flawed he is. And it doesn't matter. That's what they don't get. It doesn't matter how much they try to attack his character. It doesn't matter how much they try to skew the lines of reality. It doesn't matter how much they try to psyop this country into thinking that it's dead, into thinking that the liberal establishment is in full control. And if you're not a social justice, virtue signaling liberal, then you're just trash, you're scum. No, the beyond reproach liberal mindset is failing. The beyond reproach liberal smugness is what has turned America off of all of these people in Hollywood, on late night television, in politics, who sit here all day telling you how they want to help this, do that, push for this, and then look at every city, look at every demographic where Democrats are in charge. Totally failing. California, completely in debt. Illinois can't pay its bills, okay? These people have lost, folks. But keep trying, you know what? Keep trying to make Trump the enemy, and you're just going to keep building him up. That's how sick people are of you, CNN.